Based on your experience, what advice would you give those who may be facing these difficulties? A difficult time, whether it's vocational, they're addicted, they're injured, right, and dealing with all sorts of orthopedic injuries or the like.
Yes. Yeah. Without going too deep, I've mentioned there's like 6 steps before the actual 7th of suicide, and it's not just the individual that could be going through something like that. When you're a buddy or a spouse or a parent or a friend, you have to be the one that takes action and throw them that lifeline. When you start seeing a severe psychological issues, even though they're getting treatment, orthopedic issues, anything that involves medication, especially if there's alcohol with that and or any other drugs, that usually leads to decreased performance. They may not have the same type of job where there's that purpose, and that can lead to a depression. They tend to isolate themselves. These are the steps I'm talking about that usually lead to someone just being so miserable and feeling that the best hope is killing themselves. And I'll tell you, anyone that thinks that way, that is not the option to choose. There's people that love every single one of these people, but sometimes that noise, especially if they're hooked on substances, it's so loud and there's
just
so
amplified
much
by them.
It's so much pain that they can't hear. They may feel guilt and shame, and that's where we need to come in. And just like in the missions I mentioned to you before, one of the missions we call legacy mission back in the 90s that we used to do is the in extremis hostage rescue, the rescue at the point of death, and that's where these guys are. They are enslaved, and they're not in full control. And somebody's going to kill themselves. That's not something that a person in full control wakes up out of the bed in the morning and wants to do that.
Yeah.
But they're enslaved. They're held hostage to this, and that's what our job is, to go and at the point of death where they could do it to themselves and rescue them, because there is hope, there is restoration. You can be healed from all of this.
Absolutely.
And have an incredible life. And I've seen success stories. We know Ossie Fagan, and there's others, but some people feel hopeless, they feel ashamed, and they may have done things that they're ashamed of with their family, and they feel that guilt. But God can heal that.
Absolutely.
And some things may change. It may not be the exact perfect picture, but just like with Job, what was taken away was restored.
That's right.
And multiplied.